Hello, my name is Josh Atkinson, and you have once again stumbled upon my oil painting YouTube channel. But before I get started with today's painting, I'm going to ask everybody to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell. I was going to say the surprise button. If you can find it, I hope you hit it. All right, so today I'm going to show you how I painted this portrait of New York Senator Chuck Schumer. I said in my last video that I would be showing you a portrait of a Democrat who is especially useless this week, and well, here he is. So, well, I guess, yeah, without further ado, here's the time lapse. Okay, so here's our source image of Chuck Schumer, orating, whatever, and now the time lapse. So, the big issue with, Schumer is a corporate owned Democrat, so that's been, true for decades. But the biggest problem that happened of late during the second Trump administration was that back in, I guess, March, I want to say, when the Republican spending bill was going through, and it was like the last moment that the Democrats had any leverage, when they could have been like, well, we'll vote for this if you get rid of this stipulation, this point. It was the last time the Democrats had a bargaining chip. And Schumer said, well, we have to avoid a government shutdown. So he got something like 8 or 11. I should have looked it up. Bad. Whatever. I'm not a journalist. Um, but he got a number of of Democratic senators to vote along with the Republican spending bill, so it passed. So that was the last time that Democrats had leverage, and this man, the I guess most influential, most powerful Democrat in the nation, is the one who orchestrated that. He said he wanted to avoid a government shutdown because it would give the Republicans too much power. Of course, by March, we already saw that Republicans were just doing whatever they wanted with the CFPB, with Social Security, with any government agency that Elon Musk didn't like. He was just destroying it and taking all of our data. And so anyway, you were all there. So it's kind of a silly point. And then some leftist outlets began reporting that Schumer's actual motivations were that his like Wall Street people were saying like, no, we can't have a government shutdown because that's gonna cause the stock market to tank, and we'll lose our precious money. And I think that given Schumer's career, that speaks more to his that strikes me as more truthful. So anyway, my point is he's a shill. He's an oligarch, so he's getting an abstract painting because that is what I'm doing right now. Anyway, this painting is from the beginning of April, but anyway, that's the 411 on Chucky. So I love how this painting turned out. I found that the glasses were like, I've talked in previous abstract oligarch paintings about having, like, finding like a motif. And I don't know that I found a motif exactly, but I found something that like created a division, a visual break. The glasses were like they bisected basically the middle of his face, and so it just invited like a break. It was like, here, create abstraction there. So I broke the glasses, and then I kind of that created like a an opportunity to have his nose go in different directions, and then somewhere around his the eyebrow kind of became another eyeball, and I started just bringing the glasses onto the background, and then that became another part of like another face of his, because like last week with JD Vance, all of these people are two-faced, and so I'm happy to paint multiple faces. Not that if you're new here, like and subscribe, but I'm not that literal. I'm not, yes, they're all at least two-faced, if not, seven, eight, nine-faced, but I'm not trying to, that's not my message. It's just, I feel like it's something that, a critic would say. So I don't know. I'm saying it. Ignore it. Blah, blah, blah. Um, anyway, painting. What am I talking about? Art, politics. Um, I say this every video. I don't think there's a how-to with abstraction, but I'm trying to just find visual motifs to keep like bringing into other parts of the painting, and to follow my point of view about the person. Um, I don't know. I don't really like. I really and truly don't have any kind of how to. I find all of these people to be odious and to be, you know, is there an adjective for like snakes? If you're snake like, you're serpentine, but that makes it sound, I don't know, maybe kind of like, I don't know, like he's long and elegant, and I don't really think of him, Chuck Schumer, as that. I'm experimenting there with like having very, very thinned out paint, kind of like dripping from the corner of his mouth. Um, I don't know if it's, you know, the best idea to have thinned, you're supposed to have like fat over lean, but I don't know, whatever. If I'm important enough after I die, then I guess some art, archivist can try and fix my surface or something. But I like, I don't know, these people bring out a desire for me to make them look disgusting and rancid and untrustworthy, because I think all of that's true. But I also want to find ways to abstract people that aren't necessarily disgusting or rancid. Fun fact, not fun experience. I haven't painted in over a week. I had my first art fair last 2 Saturdays ago, and I've been making prints. Oh yeah, fun fact, I'm gonna start selling prints. So uh, I don't know, peer pressure me into updating my website so that I can do that, or comment below if you want to buy one. Anyway, they're gonna be like $15, but but uh, but so yeah, I just got so into figuring out how to do that that I kind of like haven't been able to paint in a minute. But I'll get back to it. Um, so anyway, I don't know. This voiceover is terrible. If you're new here, I swear I'm better sometimes. But but I don't know. I don't know what to say. I hope y'all went to the No King's Day protests. I went to my local one. It was kind of awkward and weird. Don't go to protests alone, and definitely bring a sign, or else people are going to start asking you, like, are you a part of the protest? And I was like, y'all think I'm a cop? I have piercings and nail polish. Anyway, this is a 9 by 12-inch oil painting on a canvas panel. Um, I don't know. Yeah, yeah. So then, yes, that is how I arrived at this abstract portrait of Chuck Schumer. Um, this one felt like a departure from the ones that came before. It's almost got like a little, I don't know, I don't want to call it like an optical illusion, because that makes it sound like I would know how to repeat it, and that would be a lie. Um, it just kind of wound up that way. There are moments in your development as a painter, and I say this as one who is developing, not I'm not fully I'm not ready to be flipped over on the rotisserie. That's not how rotisserie. I don't cook. Anyway, I'm just saying, like, sometimes you do something, you take a chance. Like I just started painting over his eyebrow like it was finished, and doing something that risked the integrity of what was already there, actually advanced the piece into something that was a bit of a step forward from these, in my opinion at least. So that's my recommendation. Be bold. Anyway, so I wanted to say thank you to the 30 odd subscribers. It was a good week this week. I know many of you subscribed because I uploaded a short of my mom's pet cockatiel, which is very cute, and I did say that it's not necessarily representative of what's always in this channel, which can get a little dark and a little political, but welcome. Please stay. And if you have not subscribed, please do consider doing so. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. So we're at 760 something right now, and that's wonderful progress. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, you can check out the previous week where I did Abstract JD Vance. The week before that, I did Abstract Joe Biden. I have more than a year and a half of weekly videos to check out, and months worth finished to come. That didn't make any grammatical sense, but so much doesn't make sense in today's world. I hope you had a good No King's Day. The numbers, I'm seeing conflicting numbers, but the Alternative National Park Service, which seems to always get the news before, like 2 days before the mainstream media, is saying like over 12 million people participated, which is more than 3.5%, which is the like scientific number that like defeats authoritarianism. Whatever, look it up. I sound like such a crackpot. And anyway, just look it up. So I will see you in 7 days. Call your senators to vote down the big beautiful bill still being worked on, but it will cut Medicaid, Medicare, SNAP benefits, heating assistance, and allow for AI to be unrestrained, all kinds of bad stuff. So, okay, see you in 7 days with another abstract oligarch. Can't remember which one, but I'll see you then. Take care. Bye bye.